Hi, welcome back to What Are We Going to Do With This? I'm sorry it's been a while guys, we've been really busy and with us running up to Christmas there's been loads going on at the weekends, so I really haven't had much of a chance to make a video. But in today's video we're going to be making a spiced celeriac soup. Wow, as I put on Facebook, yeah, it's my arch nemesis is celeriac, so I was really hoping to make something that's going to make it pretty fabulous. We've mashed it before and I've pureed it before and it always goes well as an accompaniment, but today I thought we'll try it as a single dish. So let's have a look at the ingredients. Just before we start, I'd like to just say thank you to one of my subscribers who made me a book stand for my cookbooks, and his name's Martin Smith, and this is a 3D printed book stand. It's great. You can the book sit in. It's adjustable. This comes out and it sits in the front for a thinner version. And I just wanted to say a big thank you, Martin. Really appreciate that. Okay, so let's have a look at the ingredients we need for this lovely celeriac soup. Right, first of all, we're going to need 1 onion, which is chopped. We're going to need some olive oil. We're also going to need a chopped or crushed garlic clove, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of coriander, and a good pinch of chilli flakes. We're going to also need some vegetable stock and our marvellous celeriac, which we're going to make into this absolutely lovely spiced soup. Right, okay, so we're going to tackle the celeriac. Now this end you can see is really rooty. This is the bit that goes in the ground, and it's how it grows on the top. Anyway, we're going to cut most of this off. As you can see, there's quite a lot of muck and dirt in there. So what we're going to do is cut through it, and you can really see that it's quite rooty. It's a bit like a parsnip. And then I'm going to attempt to peel it. This is a good peeler actually. You will want quite a strong peeler. And we're going to take as much of this skin off as we can. And it's peeling quite easy. It's quite like the texture of a parsnip. And when you smell it, it smells quite sort of aniseedy, a bit like celery. So I'm just going to carry on peeling it. As you can see, it's fairly straightforward and easy to peel away. We were sent this peeler actually from Riverford, one of the little gifts they've sent to me, and it's a really good substantial one. If you haven't got a peeler, you can do it with a knife. As I say, it doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll cut back to when I've finished peeling this, and then we need to just chop it into small pieces, and we'll have a look at that in a second. Okay, as I said, it's quite like the texture of a parsnip or a potato, and we've still got a bit of the stuff on the bottom, but I'm going to start to chop it now. And we need to chop it to a similar size to the potato, just so it cooks fairly evenly. Good sharp knife required for this bit. And I'm going to cut it into that sort of size pieces. Cut off those little bits that are still got root in. Okay. Rip through these a bit quick. These corners off. I think to try different things with these veg. The veg that we get in the box is a good idea, because obviously I think I've hinted towards not always just making soup with veg, and there's a good amount of different recipes you can do. And this time of year it's nice to have a nice hearty soup, and sometimes if it's Saturday lunch or an accompaniment to your Christmas dinner perhaps, you might fancy putting soup out as a starter. And this is a really nice soup with a little bit of spice in, nothing too spicy for your you know, to worry anybody, but you can make this in various different forms. Actually, celeriac soup, but I thought we'd give it a different try with a bit of spice. Okay, well, it's all prepped now, so we're going to get on with the cooking, and we'll cut back to that in a second. Okay, so we're just heating the pan a little. I'm going to put a reasonable glug of olive oil in there, and we're going to add the onion, get that frying off gently. We need to just soften it, and then we're going to add the garlic, the cumin, the coriander and the chilli flakes to that. Just need to soften this onion off. It shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Okay, right, the onion is softened quite nicely. We're going to add the garlic. The smells are amazing. Obviously, always onions smells great when you're cooking it, if you like onion, obviously. And adding that garlic now, that smells really fabulous. We're also now going to add the cumin and the coriander. Let's add the pinch chilli flakes first, and then the cumin and coriander in. And it's obviously with those spices in there, there's a definite Asian sort of Indian type smell coming through that cooking now. It's really lovely. Now that's just got to cook off for just a minute. It looks lovely and it smells even better. Lovely. Super. Okay. Next, we're going to add this celeriac in. Get those onions and spices off the bottom of the pan. And cover that celeriac with those lovely tastes and flavours. And pop some potato in. Stir. Next we're going to add some vegetable stock. Now I'm going to say that you need to add as much as it takes to cover approximately the amount of vegetables in the pan. If you put, well, obviously celeriacs come in different sizes, potatoes come in different sizes, and also obviously onions vary. I mean, don't get a massive onion because it'll outweigh the taste of everything else in there. So I'm just going to add this, and there should be enough there just to cover the top of the veg because it's going to cook for a little while. If you add too much stock, it will be too thin. I've just used a stock cube. Obviously, if you've got your own vegetable stock, you can use that, or you can make your own vegetable stock. And we're just going to put the heat up, and that's going to simmer. Now, I'm going to suggest around 20 minutes, but you need to test it. Stick a knife and see if it's tender, because we're going to need to blitz this, obviously, and puree it into a soup. So it does need to be quite soft at that point. And the potato and the celeriac should cook at approximately the same time. So just keep checking back on it. So we're going to cut away now, and we'll let it simmer away for about 20 minutes. Right, okay, I think it's cooked enough now, so I'm just going to demonstrate that it's cooked sufficiently. When I stick the knife in, it sort of drops off, and it's been cooking for around 15 minutes actually, so just a little bit less than I thought, the 20. So we're going to take it off the heat, and we're going to let it cool for a little, then we're going to blitz it up, so into the soup. Right, the soup's cooked for about 10 minutes now, and I'm going to just whiz it up. It's going to be a bit noisy, and we're just going to puree it, and it's quite noisy. It's going to take a couple of minutes to do this. Stir it round a bit, see if you can see any more lumps in there. Okay, we're about done. Right, we're going to dish it up and we'll give it a taste. Right, I'm going to dish it up. Now, it's quite thick and wholesome. I think it would be really nice served with some soda bread actually, I think. You could also put a swirl of cream in there if you like. But to be honest, it tastes really good on its own. And I'll give it a taste and tell you what I think of it now. It's hot, but it's lovely. You can taste the spices coming through, and that sort of celery flavour does come through. And it's really warm and wholesome, and will be really great for this this time of year. I'm going to get Evelyn to come on the screen now. She's desperate to get onto YouTube, so we're going to let her taste it. I'm going to get a fresh spoon now. Come on then, Evelyn, come and give this a taste. And tell the viewers and mummies, subscribers, what you think of this lovely soup. Just take a little bit, give it a blow, because it's hot.
It's very nice and it's very hot.
So what do you think of the taste?
Nice.
It's nice. Good, I'm glad. So everybody out there who's subscribed to my channel with kids, you know they're going to give it a go. So that's a good thing. Alright then, that's great. Okay then, well that's the soup done. And I just want to say thanks for watching the video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to like and subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate that. And I'd like to see in the comments down below if you've made the soup. I'd be really interested to see if anybody else has given a different tilt to that soup, that recipe. Maybe tried some different spices in there, or maybe tried a different type of recipe with celeriac. Anyway, that's us done for the day, and thank you from Treacleb, and I'll see you again soon.